We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up GBP, JPY. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to the right hand side, look like a bullish green candle. Could be an area of consolidation. So we do have price action overall, lower lows, price action overall, higher highs, midpoint, adding second level lows, also adding third level lows. So zoom in the price to see what's going on. So current price is sitting at 166.816. Price action is a bullish green candle coming from area of support and consolidation with the last few previous candles, also patterns all in that area. So if price action works its way up, we can see price action can head up to our next SR line, which would be 174.96. But if we have a high here and here, then it can also stop at a midpoint within that area of near 170.837 before that market works its way up. And if price works its way down, it can head back down to the previous areas of support where it came from, which will be at 161.068. And the market breaks down from that area, we can see it's going to head down to the next area, which will be at 156.079. So we can see price action is in the midpoint of that area right here. Also is the area of consolidation. We're not going to mark that up. We're going to see what's going on in that market. So the market is coming from an overall structure of a pattern at that low. So let's take a look at what's going on. So at that area, we have multiple spike downs. So overall, we do have that first leg, second, third, fourth retest. Market pushed up once, retest, market pushed up twice. So market is coming from a quadruple bottom. So we have a quadruple bottom at the bottom, and then we have that first retest, overall 1, and it's overall 2. And if it's respected for that breakout, we'll be looking for market to push out that third push of that area. If that market does work its way down, it's coming from a pattern, which will be at this high area here. So that market is coming from that first, second, third, fourth retest, and market is coming down from a double top and a retest or a triple top in that area. Market broke, came back for a full retest near that area, and if it's rejected at the resistance, market's coming down from a triple top and a retest. So zoom in the price and see what's going on. So as I said before, price action is engulfed in the previous candle, so we do have that engulfment of that area. We can see it's in that midpoint of those SR lines. So price action is engulfing the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth last candle, but the only thing it didn't clear is these wicks, so we got to see what's going on in that area as we walk down. So we're going to put a midpoint between that area to take a look at that break. And as we walk down the time frame, we can see what's really going on in that break of an area. But let's talk about the patterns that could be forming at this area for that market to push up, just according to this area. So coming down in red is the first leg, second leg, third leg, and this is a fourth leg. Price action is trying to break out of a double bottom. So that means as we're looking down the time frame, we are looking for a retest for that market to see if it's going to push up to the next SR line, as I said before, 170.837. If not, markets can be rejected at this area here for multiple pushes for that first leg coming in green, second, third, fourth. This will be the retest. If we receive a pattern here, markets coming down from a double top and a retest or a triple top in that area. So if it comes down to the next SR line, as I said before, it's headed down to 161.068. Or we can still continue to have that consolidation within the price second, third, fourth, fifth, and some of sixth, the last candle, body and wick. Walking down to the weekly time frame, let's zoom in, take a look at what's going on. So on the weekly time frame, we starting to see that break of that SR line that we created at that midpoint of the two yellow SR lines. So price action is a bullish green candle. It's losing momentum compared to that first candle that came off the support. So market can be coming down, so we got to see what's happening. So it may be rejected by these long wicks to the opposite side, but we're going to see if that market's going to break, retest the SR line as we walk down further for that market to work its way up, or are we receiving consolidation on that weekly time frame? Walking down to the daily time frame, now we have a bit more structure, so we do see a break and retest of that area, but may happen again, don't know. Price action is identifying as a bearish red candle, something like a doji, very weak, very weak. So market can come down for another retest before working its way up for that momentum. So if so, market be drawing out a pattern for that break and retest, but also be identifying that coming down in red first, second, and if it catches some momentum at that midpoint. So it can stop at the midpoint of that area of the second last candle, which is at 166.325, and still push up for that incline W. Okay, if not, we'll see the full break. And if you see the full break, price action will head back down through that SR line and dominate that second last candle, close out, and we'll have to figure out what's going to happen after that. And the market does work its way up on the time frames you guys trade on this daily time frame. Price action does work its way up. It can head up to the next level, which would be at 167.859 or somewhere a little above. So let's take a look at what's going on as we walk down the time frame. Walking down to the 4-hour time frame, price action on the 4-hour is a retest overall with the price second, third, to fourth last candle. So let's read it. So we do have that break of that market. Market came back to retest for a double time, identifying the first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, retest at this area here. Are we going to receive a breakout to that top side of that SR line? But so far, market is consolidating with price second, third, fourth, and fifth, the last candle in the market. So we're going to walk down the time frame to see what's going on in that consolidation pattern. So on the 3-hour time frame, price action is still reading the same thing. Create that structure. So you definitely want to see price action engulf the fourth candle in the market, which that doji to the upside or downside to push that market in that direction. Also a pattern's forming. We'll talk about that as we walk down the time frame so we can see it a lot clearer. Price action 2-hour time frame is a bearish red candle. Okay, so it's actually at the midpoint of those consolidation. So we don't know if it's going to respect and work its way up or work its way back down. Walking down to the 1-hour time frame, reading the same thing as well. Walking down to the 45-minute time frame, still reading the same thing as well, side by side within that area. And now once we get to the 30-minute or the 15 minutes, talk about that structure that's being formed. So we already know that price is lined up at that midpoint, but we can see that pattern forming itself for that first, second, third, fourth. Multiple retests with price second, third, and maybe fourth to last candle in the market. If it's respected, we're looking for a bullish green candle to engulf these areas to push that market up for a break and retest. If not, market's coming down. We'll talk about that on the 15-minute time frame. Coming down from multiple touches to that resistance as identifying the first, second, third, fourth, retest, consolidation, drop down if we receive a bearish red candle, and with the second, third, and fifth to last candle showing that we do have those wicks up to the top. So market is identifying it can be coming down unless a market identify a area of support to respect and work its way up. Walking down to the 5-minute time frame, still reading the same thing as consolidation. So we have to let this market do what it do for that structure to form. So market already is in that consolidation at that retest. Walking down to the 3-minute time frame, reading the same thing. Also on the 1-minute time frame, reading the same thing. So either the market's going to respect for the first, second, third, fourth retest and finally break out this area with the respective support, or is it going to tag this resistance and work its way down to the next level? If it does, market's coming from that 1, 2, 3 triple top of that area, double retest and drop down. But we're looking for an engulfment pattern to identify itself. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your attention. GBP, JPY.